Good morning, Mr. Hardeep. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. As mentioned in your speech today, our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, has set out a goal that 20 million more houses have to be built in India in the next 5 years. What is some inspiration that you can take from countries like Singapore, and what are some changes that you're going to implement in order to achieve this goal?
Look, let me provide a perspective.
Yes.
I'm Minister for Housing and Urban Affairs. So in the urban space, the Prime Minister had taken the view that it was his dream that by the year 2022, every Indian citizen, no matter where he or she lives, must have a home which he or she can call their own. So we did a demand assessment, and we came to the conclusion that 10 million urban homes have to be built by 2022 for every Indian to be able to say that he or she has a home. Now, this is where the good news starts. That title of that home would have to be in the name of the lady of the house. This is a fillip for gender empowerment, because what happens invariably when, if there's marital discord, the lady of the house is shortchanged, because the property goes with the male, etc. So this has to be either in the name of the lady of the house or co-jointly. Secondly, each house must be a pakka house with a toilet, with a kitchen, etc. Now, we did another demand assessment, and we said that the number was actually required is a little more. It is not 10 million, but it was 11.2 million, okay? The good news is that that target which has to be completed in 2022, my ministry has a committee for monitoring and sanctioning projects. They have already sanctioned 8.8 million out of that, and we're only in 2019. So I'm 2019. So the point I'm making is by the end of the year or the first quarter of next year, we will complete all the sanctioning. The number of homes which have been grounded, you have to first sanction a project. The most important thing in the project is the land availability. Once you have the land, you sanction the project, then the grounding takes place. And the technology which we are using these days, many companies from all around the world are coming in and participating in this exercise. It takes from 0 to 18 months to complete a project like that. So now we have, I think, already grounded 5.5 million. 2.45 have already been handed over. So the total sanctioning of 11.2 million will be completed in the next few months. The number of houses which have been grounded, which are currently at 5.5 million or so, will go up to 7.8 or so. So good 3 years before the target date, we will complete that. What can we learn from other countries? We had what is called a global housing construction technology challenge, where we invited companies from all over the world, from the UAE, from the United States, from Singapore, to come and demonstrate the technology that they are using. Now, because our per capita incomes are low, we have got 4 different verticals in which to provide housing to our people who need affordable housing. And some of them we have a scheme called a credit-linked subsidy scheme. Like if you're a youngster, you grow up, you have your first job, you want to buy a home, you go to a bank, the bank typically charges you 12%. If you belong to the economically weaker section or lower income group or middle income group, we will give you an interest subvention 3% upfront. Similarly, we have other schemes. State government provides some money, the central government provides some money. So it's a fantastic development process with the Prime Minister, but it's like all his other flagship programs. Amrut, which provides water and sewage treatment in 500 cities, 100 smart cities project. So I would recommend to you guys, whilst you do all your innovation, etc., have a look at these schemes. And the beauty of these schemes is that it's not just an idea. This is an idea of the government, which has become an idea of the people, like the sanitation campaign, Swachhta. The sanitation cover was very low. Now it's over 90%. So the number of toilets we build in my urban space, etc. It's a basic transformation through a people's movement, what we in India call a Jan Andolan. It's a people's movement.
My next question to you, sir, is regarding RuPay. RuPay. RuPay, we've heard a lot about it in these past 2 days. My question is, what are the implications of RuPay for the people of the lower socioeconomic class?
Well, let me not respond to just one. Okay. You need, in a country like India, which has vast developmental challenges, you need financial inclusion. You must ensure that every Indian citizen has an access to a bank account, that he or she is not dependent on intermediaries for the delivery of goods and services. You know, we used to have a prime minister called Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. You all must have known him. He once said typically, and I don't know whether it's correct or not, that every 1 rupee that the center gives for development, only 10 paisa or a small portion reaches the people. The Prime Minister Modi's entire effort is to make sure that the beneficiaries of the development programs get the money directly. Now, if you have a bank account of your own, if you have financial inclusion schemes like this, you are dealing directly. So you utilize technology for financial inclusion, and I'd love to spend more time with you, except that I'm already running behind time, so you guys will forgive me for running away. So, but we'll catch up later. Thank you so much. Thank you.
For more videos, like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the link below.